JR here, and this is going to be my recap of King of the Desert 6 Day 2. I will not be commentating on all the series or all the games in these recaps. I will just simply be commentating on what I think is the best game that is played on that particular day. And this is what I think was the best game played on Day 2, which is Game 2 between Barls and Bad Koala. And as you can see here in the Civ matchup, we have Malay versus Byzantines. And the Civ matchup is one of the main reasons why I am featuring this game. In theory, Byzantines have all the tools to deal with Malay. When you think about Malay, they have strong archers, they have a solid infantry line, which, coupled with their infantry armor techs is probably going to be a prominent feature of their composition later in the game. And Byzantines have a counter to both of these things. In terms of infantry, they of course have cataphracts, and for archers, they have cheaper skirmishers. Another significant Malay Civ bonus is of course faster aging, which is normally most advantageous when reaching the Imperial Age because you get there significantly faster than your opponent, and then with the advantage in tech are able to push your opponent in early Imperial Age and get a big advantage that way. And of course, Byzantines, they have a cheaper Imperial Age themselves, and also they have higher HP on their buildings and castles. So it's just harder to push the Byzantines because they have more hit points. It takes more time to siege down their buildings, their castles, defenses, etc. than other civs. So the early imp push isn't as effective either. So the Byzantines have counters to just about everything Malay wants to do gameplay wise, compositional wise. And so you have to think that Barls is going to have to use timings and pick his battles in order to win. Because if he doesn't, if this game just goes on, the Byzantines will always win a battle of attrition. They just have cheaper, more efficient units that counter the things that Malay wants to do. So Barls is just kind of picking and prodding right now. Oh, here we go. He gets the mangonel out. Is he going to get any shots on these skirmishers? Gets 2 shots, but none are direct hits. Gets a little bit of damage. Bad Koala now has a siege workshop of his own. He's producing a mangonel to counter Barls' mangonel. Barls just staying on the outskirts of the Byzantine base, trying to harass the gold now. Oh, here we go. Mangonel versus mangonel. Bad Koala gets the first shot, does some damage. Barls is wisely backing off. And as you can see in the mini-map, this is just sound gameplay from Barls. He's not overcommitting to the push. He's already put up a second TC. He's getting a significant villager lead. He's outproducing Bad Koala in terms of villagers right now, trying to put down a third TC. Bad Koala has a second TC that he is currently building, but does not have up yet. Barls continuing to apply pressure on the front of this base. He has that nice hill advantage from the placement of his siege workshop. Bad Koala putting up a third TC now. But as you can see, Bad Koala's economy is very unbalanced. He has over 30 villagers on wood, only 8 on food. And these other 2 TCs are starting to rack up a lot of idle time. If you look in the bottom right-hand corner, that idle TC time is starting to explode for Bad Koala, whereas Barls has very little. Some big mangonel hits from Barls. So there's kind of some mid-map fighting going on, but none of this is really decisive. Now Barls has an almost 20 villager lead, and Bad Koala is pinned up inside of his base. He hasn't gotten out on the map in the same way that Barls has. This elephant is a bit of a problem, but the monk there will counter it. Gets some big hits on these skirms. Oh, another huge hit. Mem plays the bada boom meme. And Bad Koala in the end does clean up this army, but again, he loses a lot of his own men in the process and doesn't have enough forces left to do anything significant with them. And now Barls has a 20 villager lead He also has better economic techs. If you look at the res collected in the bottom right-hand corner, he now has an over 3K gap in res collected. Barles is significantly outproducing Bad Koala. And you have to imagine that that gap is only going to get larger. Bad Koala is now up to Imperial Age, courtesy of the Byzantine Imperial Age discount. He's building archery ranges, seeming to indicate that he is going to go crossbow line. Barles sells at the market. He goes up to Imp. He clicked up later, but he's going to get there before Bad Koala because of the melee civ bonus. And he's teching into forging, indicating that he is likely to go infantry in Imperial Age. So it's going to be archers versus infantry. Bad Koala here with a mid-map castle at a very strong location. Barles is trying to deny it, but he doesn't really have any military out. Now Barles has almost a 30-ville lead. They both get up to Imperial Age. Barles immediately clicks on chemistry. He wants to get those bombards out. Bad Koala goes chemistry as well. They're both producing trebs. The treb war is going to be very important. And remember, the Byzantines, they have the building HP buff. That's going to come in big. That comes in very big during treb wars. Barles also has this siege tower. It's so crazy seeing one of those in real life. He's trying to find a gap here that he can get his guys into the past the outer walls. Barles also teching into skirms, very smart. He sees the Arbalest transition, and here we go. He uses the siege towers, effectively able to get his karambits into Bad Koala's economy. Beautiful stuff from Barles. Bad Koala is kicking himself right now. And that's just going to, more than anything, just be an annoyance and cause Bad Koala to use precious APM during these moments to deal with that. Barles builds a castle in the western corner just to kind of protect his economy on that side of the map. And look at this huge ball of skirms from Barles. He's pressuring this castle. He kills the bombards. Now his trebuchets have a free hand to rain down stones and besiege this castle. He also has bombard cannons of his own destroying Bad Koala's trebuchets. Bad Koala finally has a nice ball of Arbalists out. He's got a significant amount of army. But that is so many skirms, so much bombard cannons, so many trebs, and Bad Koala calls the GG, seeing the writing on the wall. I mean, even if he had stayed in the game, Barles was going to knock down everything at the front of his base, and he had a massive ball of ranged units. Karambits were going to be raiding and tanking damage. I think this game was over. And this is just beautiful stuff from Barles. He's able to win a fairly quick game. They both get to Imp, but Bad Koala does not survive for very long once he does advance in age. And Barles just does everything he needs to do. He uses aggression to get ahead economically, to keep Bad Koala reacting to him rather than mounting any aggression of his own. His economy is undisturbed behind this, and even though he gets a early siege push in Castle Age, he has 2 and then 3 TC play behind it, so his economy is still humming at home. It's even stronger than Bad Koala's. He gets to Imperial Age slightly ahead with a stronger eco, is able to knock down Bad Koala's castle, and the game is pretty much over at that point. So beautiful stuff from Barles. I hope we see more like that. Barles has been a great player for a long time. He does a lot of off-meta stuff. It's very interesting to watch. I hope he goes far in this tournament and we can continue to see him to do stuff like this. Yeah, excited for King of the Desert 6. It's the greatest Age of Empires 2 tournament of all time for a reason. See you guys tomorrow.